Hi there, it's time for new in April. These are the majority of the new things that I've got during the course of April, so this is sort of like a haul and mini review video. I had this idea in my head that during April I wasn't going to buy anything whatsoever except completely necessary toiletries like toothpaste and cotton wool and things like that, and I was just going to give myself and my bank account a break this month. But unfortunately it just did not quite work out, and the first thing that I purchased quite early on in the month was the Leblanc de Chanel Sheer Illuminating Base. And basically it is sort of an illuminating primer that enhances the radiance of your skin and just gives you a bit of a glow, and it sort of evens out your skin tone as well. I found that this is actually really good for counteracting redness. It's completely similar to the L'Oreal Lumi Magique primer. They basically look the same. I did a blog post on it already, so I'll put a link to the blog post in the description box, so if you want to have a look, where I compare this to the L'Oreal Lumi Magique because they are very similar products. But what I love about the Chanel one is that it just sort of disappears into your skin and it doesn't leave any kind of shimmer or sheen or anything like that on your skin. I have no idea how it actually works, and I don't think anybody else does either, but it really does sort of lighten and brighten your skin when you wear it under your makeup. I was actually quite naughty this month and I ended up getting 3 products from Chanel at the same time as I got the Leblanc de Chanel, the primer. I also had been looking for a loose powder. It was the Edgar's Red Carpet, I think, so I was gonna get quite a big discount for purchasing on that day. So I decided to also get the Chanel Natural Finish loose powder. Inside it's got basically it's a loose powder, no discernible scent. What I love about it, I think I've got it in translucent, yeah, number 20 translucent, which is the lightest that you can get. What I really love about it is that the powder is definitely mattifying, and I use it to set my makeup. After I've done my makeup, I use it mostly around my T-zone, and although it does help with mattifying, it also does have a kind of a radiance to it. It's quite hard to describe. Like if you rub some into the back of your hand, you can see that it does sort of have a glow. There's definitely something light reflecting or something in that powder, and that is what I love about it. Last month I got the Gosh 308 powder brush when I bought my there was like a special on Gosh that I mentioned last month, and I also got this powder brush, and I've been using the powder brush to apply this loose powder, and it really works well. It's not as huge and massive as the Real Techniques powder brush, which can kind of cover your entire face in one like swipe. And I use this sort of in a patting motion, and I just find that it's nice and soft and it applies the powder really nicely. And then the third thing I got from Chanel on a separate occasion, I've been waiting for this new foundation to come out for a while. I knew it was going to launch around mid-April, and I knew from the moment I first heard about it that I was definitely going to buy this, come hell or high water. And that is the new Perfection Lumiere Velvet foundation. Up until now, my absolute favorite foundation has been the Vitalumiere Aqua, because it is just so light and really has a second skin type of finish. And what attracted me to the Perfection Lumiere Velvet is that it has a similar sort of light texture to it, but it's slightly more matte than the Vitalumiere Aqua, and slightly longer lasting. It dries almost to a powdery, velvety sort of texture that feels really nice. It just melts into your skin and it looks like you're wearing nothing. It looks like you've got nothing on your skin, but it's still providing the coverage and giving your skin that really nice, soft, velvety feel to it. And I have it in shade 20 Beige, which is the same color as I have in Lumiere Aqua, but I find that this shade seems to be almost maybe a quarter of a shade or half a shade darker than the same shade in Lumiere Aqua, and it's easier to lighten up a slightly too dark foundation than to make a light foundation darker. And I can actually mix, if in the middle of winter this is like a shade or half a shade too dark, I can mix a little bit of the Blanc de Chanel primer with the foundation just to lighten it up a bit. This is now slightly won over Lumiere Aqua and is now taking the top spot in my all-time favorite foundation. This definitely stays put a little bit longer and sort of doesn't melt away quite as easily, but it still looks completely natural and it looks like your skin but better. Then onto my Clinique stuff. Early on in the month, before they actually launched in stores, Clinique sent me one of the new Cheek Pop blushes in Plum Pop, this pink one, and I just loved the whole formula and the packaging and everything about this blush so much that I went out and got myself another shade, and I chose Ginger Pop, which is like a really beautiful coral. You can see it's like in the shape of a daisy. It's just so pretty, and I've used this pink one so many times and the daisy design is still there, so you don't have to be worried that if you use the blush a couple of times the daisy is just gonna be brushed away and then you're gonna lose that. So that does stick around. They're just really beautiful blushes that apply sheer, but you can really easily build them up. They have a bit of a slight satin finish, so you get a little bit of sort of radiance to your skin, and I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually wearing a Ginger Pop today. The other thing that Clinique actually sent me, but I think is now available along with the Cheek Pops in the stores, is their Lash Power Feathering Mascara, which is new. They brought out for spring. This mascara is absolutely awesome. The brush is like this. It's got like a pretty big fluffy brush, and the bristles are quite far apart, and it really gives your lashes so much length. Well, it gives my lashes so much length, and it really separates and defines them, so really look defined and fluttery. So it's a very sort of natural everyday mascara. It's just it makes your lashes look pretty as opposed to dramatic, and that has fast become one of my favorite mascaras this month. I probably definitely mention it in my April favorites. And yet more Clinique. These I bought from Pink Peony's blog sale, and I received them at the beginning of April, so that's why I'm including them in my April haul. They are basically like travel sizes of the Clinique Superbalm Moisturizing Gloss, and I've got 3 shades: grapefruit, apricot, and currant. And I have really been enjoying these. They're just really lightly tinted, so they give your lips like a wash of color, and I really like the texture of them. They are, as they say, like super moisturizing. They're sort of like a lip balm more than a gloss. They're not terribly sticky. They're relatively long lasting, the color. They're just very comfortable to wear, and they feel like very nourishing on your lips, so I've really been enjoying these. Then another thing that I got was a recommendation from a friend who recommended that I get the MAC Paint Pot in Bare Study because she thought it was like a really me color. And Nicole, you were completely right. This is a completely me color, and I am in love with it. I got this MAC paint pot in Bear Study, and I think I got the last one in the store. It looks like this. It's just like a beautiful beige with like a really light golden shimmer to it, and it's quite similar to my all-time favorite ever Stila Kitten, but it's slightly more of a like a cream color or a beigey gold as opposed to a pink toned gold. And I can't comment too much on it other than that I love the color. I find it really easy to apply. Obviously it's brand new, so it hasn't started drying out yet or anything, and it's totally waterproof. I swatched it on my hand. I had a shower, I watched TV for a couple of hours, and before I went to bed, like hours and hours later, hand washing, showering, everything later, I could still see it. As looks like I had just applied it to the back of my hand. This basically will make the perfect like an eyeshadow primer, eyeshadow base. Wearing it today under my other eyeshadow, and so far so good. I love it. I think I might develop a MAC paint pot addiction. Another thing that I got this month is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place eye pencil, and I've got it in the color bronze. I did not own a bronze eyeliner, and I just thought the color was really pretty. If I could swatch it on the back of my hand. So it's sort of a not too dark brown, and I think this is like a really beautiful color eyeliner for blondes. Perfect, and with autumn now and winter coming up, I just think it will go so nicely with bronzy gold colors that I like to wear in autumn and winter. Then last of all, my grandmother read my blog post on the Paula's Choice multi-correction treatment that I am in love with, and she decided she wanted to try some Paula's Choice products. She ordered the Resist Intensive Wrinkle Repair Retinol Serum and the Resist Pure Radiance Skin Brightening Treatment. She used them for a week max and then decided she did not like them. So for Easter, she, instead of giving me a bunch of chocolate, she gave me a bunch of Paula's Choice. So of course I was absolutely thrilled, because especially the wrinkle, the retinol serum, I have been after this for ages, but it's their most expensive product. I think it's about 585 Rand for the serum. And so I was absolutely over the moon with my Easter presents. I've only just started introducing the retinol serum maybe 2 nights ago, so I can't really comment yet on how well they work or how they work for me, but I will definitely be doing a blog post in the future on those 2 new Paula's Choice products. Finally, I bought myself a pair of eyelash curlers. I know you probably think I've been living in a cave, and how could I have gone all these years without an eyelash curler? And you are quite right, they are quite life-changing, and it's just something I never got around to buying. I did try quite a few counters, including Bobbi Brown, asking for eyelash curlers, and none of them had any eyelash curlers. So eventually I did find these in the Inglot store on Canal Walk, and so far they are my first pair of eyelash curlers that I've ever owned, so I can't compare them to other like iconic eyelash curlers I haven't tried, but these work pretty well for me. Like, I can see a difference in my lashes after I've curled them. So yeah, so far so good. And now that I've got the knack of them, they're just like, I never leave them out of my makeup routine in the mornings now. They're like just kind of a part of me. I will keep you updated with how I'm going, how I feel about the product as time goes on, and I hope you enjoyed my April haul video. I'll see you soon for my April favorites, and I hope you've been enjoying all the long weekends we've been having this month, and I will see you soon. Bye.